Later tonight in November, snowfall is forecasted to hit the Twin Cities, but right now, calm outside, and of course, a calm day inside U.S. Bank Stadium in Minneapolis. The scene a short time ago, this crowd decked out in purple, and they were in full roar as their guys burst out of the locker room. We're ready for football, folks, as the Vikings get set to do battle with the Carolina Panthers. The final playoff push is upon us. It's Week 12 of the NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports.
Takes this about 5 yards deep. And no run back here, so they'll bring it out to the 25. They'll run. This is Jonathan Taylor. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. Nice way to start the drive. A gain of 12 and a first down.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run, and let's face it, this shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down, otherwise it's going to be a long afternoon.
Now a toss left side into the hands of his tight end. They'll contain him to just 4. Second down.
I think it's okay there. They didn't get a whole lot on that play, but it's nice to have a safety valve that's built like this guy. Big target, guy you can spot pretty easily. Put it on him when your other targets aren't open.
Second down at 6 now from the 42.
Now left side, a completion to his tight end. He's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. Good work after the catch, going to net him 23 and a first.
You don't always expect tight ends to be big in terms of run after the catch, but after that play, he joins a growing band of players that's putting that stereotype right on its ear.
First and 10, Taylor now.
And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. 11 more yards that go around, a first down as well.
And that's a run that'll energize an offensive line. They'll take that one all day long. Fundamental breakdown by the defense. You've got to be able to make plays on the edge.
Cousins on first down. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
From the 24, they'll go again on second and 10. They go play action. Cousins rolling to his right. A throw for Thielen once again. This time it's complete. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. Jonathan Taylor, his 14th touchdown now on the year. And the Vikings take the ball down the field and score on their opening drive. Looking sharp on that first drive. These guys, of course, coming off back-to-back victories. And you see that kind of advancing into this game, don't you?
You certainly do. And when you have a team that doesn't get too full of itself, even though they've won 2 games in a row, you get the end result that we saw there. That nice opening drive because they're sharp, they're focused, and they're locked into everything that they're doing.
And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24.
At their own 24-yard line.
Now the man from UTEP, this is Aaron Jones. Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and that'll bring up a second and just about a few inches here.
10 yards.
If you start assessing what went wrong last week, Charles, in their loss, had nothing to do with the ground game. They ran it well.
And you also have to say to yourself as a team, don't go away from what worked. That's not the reason the game was lost. Running the football over time, when you do it consistently, usually translates into wins.
And they're hoping to do it consistently here. Here's a throw out wide, complete to his running back right side. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. 4 yards the pickup, first down. We'll see what kind of mindset they have here offensively after giving up the touchdown on the opening drive.
And based on our time with them, prior to this game, I feel like they've got a good mindset going in. In fact, the discussion that we had with the coaching staff was, we may give up some points in this game, so our offense has to be ready each and every time to either equal or try and get us ahead and try and keep us ahead. This is their chance to respond to that first touchdown given up.
Yeah, he's able to skip away from that first defender on his way to a pickup of 5.
2-yard line. It's a gain of...
All right, Brandon, I know we're in the early going here, but those kind of runs, they're going to open up a world of opportunities for this offense going forward.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. To throw is Brady. Gets this to his running back, Aaron Jones. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains.
19 yards.
I'm not sure that this play was designed for him specifically, but they got through the progressions and got the ball to him. So, second catch on the drive. He may not be a primary guy, but they definitely want him involved, don't they?
Absolutely. This early, the opening drive, as you said, 2 catches. So, if they can get him going in the passing game, that should open up his running game, too. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38. Good job there keeping him to a short gain. Of course, he's coming off a really terrific performance, reigning NFC Defensive Player of the Week.
And I know people get caught up in, well, if you're the reigning Defensive Player of the Week, you must have made a bunch of spectacular plays. I think you mixed in a few of those, but most of the plays are just like we saw there. Keep them to short gains, make the fundamental tackle.
38-yard line, 2nd and 9. Play action. Now it's Brady. This one complete to Curtis Samuel. And this is going to turn into another first down as the tackle is made at the Vikings' 20-yard line. That one good for a first down pickup of 18 yards.
Panthers.
Into the red zone, it's Brady. His throw caught at about the 5. And he can't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. Another 18-yard gain. They had 18 on the previous snap as well. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. And this will result in him losing yardage. Back to the 3. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
So often you hear that pep talks don't really work in the heat of the battle, but collectively, this defense has to say to each other, we've been on our heels this whole first drive. This is where we need to dig in. And they got a nice stop right there for a loss on 1st and goal.
He'll try to run it in with Jones. And he'll get nothing there. Stopped right at the line as that will wind us down to the end of this first quarter play. After 7-0 on EA Sports.
Vikings 7, Panthers 0.
A big play forthcoming. Here's 3rd and goal. That's out to the left and complete. And he'll go backwards, losing yardage to the 5. He lost 2, and it brings up 4th.
And
now here's the Panthers special teams unit to try a field goal for 3. From the left hash, a chip shot here. And his kick is indeed good. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So the field goal there caps what winds up to be an 11-play drive.
Well, partner, that's a lot of offense to run there to only get 3 points. So I just wonder, are they going to recycle those plays because they were successful in getting 3? Or do you go to another section of the playbook trying to find ones that get you into the end zone, get you 6?
At their own 25-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And you know, it's certainly a lot of football left to play. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Tahir Whitehead able to record his 5th sack of the season. Man, he got in there so quickly, Charles. What could the offense have done to adjust and account for that?
But what you're hoping is that you figure out and you see and get a clue that maybe there's going to be some pressure coming at you, and you change the blocking schemes. Maybe you go to max protection. The biggest one is maybe you bring your running back in to try and keep you clean. But in that case, that didn't happen. 0 accountability, and a sack resulted.
After the sack on 1st down, Cousins. And he's going to go down again. Yetur Gross-Matos brings him down, and that's a play he's going to remember. The 1st sack of his NFL career. After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
And indeed, that's what they'll do as they run it here. And a short gain here across the 10 to the 12. Just a 2-yard pickup, and that should necessitate a call for the punt team here on 4th down. So on 4th down, Britton Colquitt on to punt. He was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. Fielded at the 33. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. A big kick that time, 52 yards. And the Panthers will take over now 1st and 10. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
On 2nd down, it's Jones. And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3.
Well, he hasn't made much of an impact in the running game thus far, and after that last run, not much is going to change in that area.
He hasn't been able to get anything going, and really the offensive line not helping him much. Throwing is Brady on 3rd down. And that is incomplete. The passing game not in sync here early. And now it's 4th down.
That's an excellent job right there on 3rd down. Like any defense, you never want to let them get anything started. And that would have been a 1st down. Instead, you saw the contact on time, no penalty. And before this drive could get wings, it's 4th down.
And this is going to hit the goal line and continue on into the end zone for a touchback.
Their own 20-yard line.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of 1st downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here.
1st and 10 at the 30.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Cousins. He's got Smith here. 5 yards on the catch there. Brings up 2nd down. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on 1st down. Cousins to throw it. And Rudolph has it, the tight end. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. It's a 1st down on a gain of 10.
first and 10 at the 46-yard line.
2 minutes to play in this first half. 7-3 our score. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. He's got the first down and more inside the 40. And finally taken down at the 30-yard line. 23 yards on the pickup there and a first.
They're making it look easy out there. Another first down. So far on this drive, let me do this little bit of math here. 4 plays, 3 first downs.
That's a pretty good recipe for success. Back to Taylor on first down. And he will cross the 30 down to the 29-yard line. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going. And then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
That one good for a first down pickup of 18 yards. This drive, it's been a good mix. 3 passing plays, 3 runs, hitting on all 3 of those passes, and the last one putting him in the red zone.
So wouldn't you think play action right here? Because you've got the ability and have the ability to run it and throw it. Go play action and take your shot at the end zone.
A gain of 3, 2nd down.
He's had success on this drive, but not on this play.
Finally, they bowed up defensively. I think they were determined not to let him take it pretty much all the way down the field.
Yeah, it looks like they handled their run responsibilities correctly.
And he will score. Touchdown, Vikings. Jonathan Taylor as the first half is winding down. And the Vikings find a way to stretch their lead.
Partner, to me, that touchdown had something that was kind of rooted in that group seeing the future. What I mean by that is they had a plan. Let's find a way to score right here before the half. And now to give us momentum going into the second half, give us that cushion that we're looking for. They got that accomplished, scored right before the half ended.
This will make it into the end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
The Panthers take over first and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
On play action, now Brady. Flushed out, and he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Daniil Hunter in there to get him, and on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on 2nd down. Brady now to throw. Setting up the screen here, Aaron Jones. We have hit halftime. Still 2 more quarters to go. We'll take a timeout. We'll be back after this. You're watching the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. It's in the game.
Dan Bailey to kick off for Minnesota.
The Panthers going to get the football first, trailing here as well as we resume play in this second half. And this carries into the end zone. And they'll get him down right at the 25-yard line, so the same result, and he opted for the touchback.
25-yard line.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. throwing again on second down. Brady under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Danielle Hunter has now recorded 10 sacks on the season.
Well, someone's closing in on the league lead in sacks. He came into the game in the top 5. Now you add 2 more to his total.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. Now a play fake. Brady. Found his target. It's Anderson. Well, he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And he is down deep into Minnesota territory. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Brady going to throw. And down he goes. Pressure gets him back at the 14. Michael Pierce, in all of his 340-pound glory, gets the sack.
Well, that was point counterpoint, wasn't it? They decided to throw for it on 1st and goal. Instead, the defense counters with pressure, and the defense wins, getting a big sack.
Another try after the first down sack. Brady, that's complete right around the 8. He's taken down at the 7 after a gain of 7. They'll wind up getting 7 on the completion, but they'll still be faced now with a 3rd and goal situation. Big play coming here. It's 3rd and goal. To throw, it's Brady. That's complete right around the 8. And he will take it across for a Panthers touchdown. Aaron Jones hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Panthers are able to get this back within a touchdown. Getting your back involved, what's the importance there in the passing game?
Well, oftentimes you can create mismatches because who's going to cover him? And you get him into space, which is where he likes to operate with the ball in his hands. Oftentimes makes people miss, gets that run after the catch, and off he goes.
And into the end zone. And no, it falls incomplete. So the 2-point conversion, no good. So unable to throw it in for 2 from the 2. Let me ask you, as a former DB, what changes there around the goal line on a 2-point conversion as far as how you're defending it?
You just make sure you never back up and you never retreat. You establish yourself really on the line of scrimmage. Put your heels on the goal line at the worst. If they're going to throw the ball, make them throw it over your head because they're going to run out of space because of the back of the end zone. Never let a guy catch one in front of you.
Cousins and the Vikings with a 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line. He'll start with a give to Taylor, and he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
It's a loss of a yard.
Every year I go to the combine and marvel at the speeds that linebackers are running nowadays. They run like DBs. And let's face it, they know how to finish plays too. Eyes up, head up, run right through them.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. To throw is Cousins. That's complete to Jonathan Taylor out of the backfield. And he's out of bounds just before the midfield stripe at the 49.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid game.
Cousins on 3rd and 2. Open man is Thielen. It's complete. And he has the first down yardage before they bring him down right at the 45. A first down for Minnesota. Cousins finding Thielen
at the 45-yard line.
They'll run on first down. Taylor And able to push forward for right around 3 yards down to the 42.
Short on the stop.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It's only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
Now a quick throw as that's complete on the hitch route. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. The catch and run there, good for 16 and a first.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
It's a 6-yard loss on the play, and it'll be a 2nd and long. Play action, Cousins. That one into the hands of Thielen, complete. A good pickup there, 13 yards as they get closer for 3rd down.
It's a pickup of 13.
It's a nice completion, a little bit of run after catch as well to create the yardage that they got. But it is so tough to cover that route, the drag route, because they run it at varying speeds.
And they'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. Justin Jefferson, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Vikings are going to add on to their lead. That seemed pretty ideal there for the offense, Charles. You take a little bit of time off the clock here in the 3rd quarter, decent length drive, and you pad your lead as well at the end of it.
And what it does is let you feel like you're in control of this game, even more so than a 2-touchdown lead, right? Because you've taken that time off, as you noted, which means they couldn't get you off the field. You ran your playbook the way you wanted to, and you gave your defense some rest. What a big-time drive in that situation.
On the return, the Panthers take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. On 1st and 10, here's Brady. Open man is Samuel, complete. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. A big play on the catch and run, covering 34 yards.
And the Panther 1st down.
And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Brady now on 1st down. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And it'll be caught in the end zone for the Carolina touchdown by DJ Moore.
Touchdown, Carolina.
DJ Moore, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Panthers have got it back to a 1-score game.
No, we're not cheering. No, we're not rooting. But I am excited about this, and I know you are too. We got a ball game again after that big-time strike.
Big-time strike, and you are right. Don't go anywhere yet. This thing's not done. A 5-point game now as here comes the kickoff. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. Their lead back down to 1 score after the touchdown a moment ago. 1st down's a must on this drive as they start out here 1st and 10. And on the pitch, the ball's loose. Able to fall on it, but look where they recovered it. That's a big loss.
A lot of bad news on that play for them, wasn't there? Lost the football, lost a lot of yardage, but I think the good news outweighs it. Able to retain possession. That was big for them.
So they keep the ball, but work to do on 2nd and long. Here's Cousins. They'll set up the screen to Taylor. He's got room to run past the 20 as they'll finally stop him at the 23-yard line. They get 14 back, but it leads now to a 3rd down.
When you run a screen pass really well, you got to like the look of it because so many parts come together to make it work well. The offensive linemen where they're faking people out, the back slipping out there, catching the football, then all of them going together as one unit downfield. A really nice pick.
And it's complete to the receiver, Thielen. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Same result as last play, 14 yards and another 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 37-yard line.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Taylor. And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39.
Ball carrier.
Well, with the fumble he had earlier, we know how key keeping the football is here. That fumble earlier probably at the forefront of his mind. Just hold on to this thing.
It's also at the forefront of the mind of the guys who are trying to get the ball from him. And since they've seen him drop it on the ground before, they're doing everything possible to have him do it again. They need that turnover.
It's a 1st down on a gain of 10.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with. And throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a 1st down, he's the guy they've turned to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
A good pickup there. 8 yards on the 1st down completion.
8 yards.
When you execute a drag or a crossing route really well and give them a chance to let it develop a little bit, you can gain some significant yardage hitting your tight end on that one.
And he's going to get this pretty close to a 1st down. Stopped at the Panthers' 37. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a 1st down.
1st and 10.
How about this offensive line? They're really starting to establish themselves, take over this game.
And before the series began, I know exactly what we said in the defensive huddle. Guys, we got to get no less than a 3 and out. Let's get off the field. Instead, they can't find any traction towards doing that. Right now, they're just getting muscled all over the field and getting pushed down.
And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2. Just what you want on a 1st down run. Call it 8 yards. And it's 2nd and 2. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he'll be a little shy of the 25 here at the 26-yard line. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 26-yard line.
Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. 4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. So the Vikings in possession of the football as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. On 1st down, Taylor. Tackle made by K1 short. So fresh out of the 2-minute warning, and here's another timeout taken with 1:55 remaining.
2nd and 6 at the 22-yard line.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. He's got the 1st down inside the 10. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. Jonathan Taylor, his 3rd touchdown of the game, number 16 on the season. And the Vikings are going to widen that advantage.
Well, that was absolutely ideal for them, wasn't it? Trying to salt this game away. I think one of my kids just graduated in the amount of time they had the football. That was absolutely impressive.
Everybody wants those salt away the game drives. What makes them successful?
Well, when you're able to mix run pass, when you're able to control the football and stay ahead of the chains, I'm using every cliche I know, but that's how you get it done because you're not taking negative plays, and that way you're able to run what you want to run when you get a chance to call it.
1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. After the long touchdown drive we just saw, you wonder if maybe that's taken a little of the wind out of this offensive sails, because they had it going pretty good last time too.
Had to sit over there for a little while, didn't they? You know, they were eager, amped up to get back on the field after just scoring, hoping to get the ball back quickly. That didn't happen.
Pressure coming from the Vikings, and they get there and bring him down. Daniil Hunter in there to take him down, and the clock will roll.
Well, so much for setting the tone of the drive offensively. Giving up a big sack that loses that kind of yardage, not a great start.
Well, they're in some hot water now after that sack. It's 2nd and 21. Now this one complete downfield on the left side. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. Big yardage after the catch. That one winds up going for 36.
6 yards. First down, Carolina.
Throwing on first down is Brady. And incomplete as he was knocked as he threw it. And it took the ball off course.
We've seen that the deep ball has been a part of their game plan all afternoon, but they've had trouble hooking up on it, unable to successfully find the end zone over the top.
Brady's incompletion on first down leads to a 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Brady, he's going to let it fly. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked up by Anthony Harris. And the return this time will go out to the 42-yard line.
Obviously disappointing, but you had to go for broke here, down 2 scores. So that forced you to make some throws you definitely wouldn't want to make. And I think this interception is going to pretty much write an end to this one.
Good starting field position for the Vikings as they have it 1st and 10 at their own 42.
A loss of a yard brings up 2nd and 11 at the 40-yard line. Today's final score.
Charles, I think when the schedule comes out, all teams, no matter where they're predicted to finish, talk about protecting your home turf. They were able to do that here in this one.
Similar to a tennis match, right? Not letting them break your serve. That way you hold on to it. They got it done, and they feel very good about that victory.
So for the Vikings, their playoff chances take an uptick as they move to 7-4. And they'll get another home date next week as the Jaguars will come to town. Meanwhile, for Carolina, it was a win they needed to turn the season around, but instead, they fall to 5-7. And they'll get the extra week to think about this one as they return to action in 2 weeks' time.